pleasant day to everyone. So today, ipapaliwanag ko sa inyo kung ano ba yung 20 rules for making a great design.
Tell a story and make your design interesting. For example, you will create a design based on a real story or a story about your life. Focus on the message you want. We don't need to create a design with many elements as long as we are expressing the right message of the design. If we do not understand the message of the design, then it is not a design. Try to say something without using words. Speak with one visual voice. It means to have unity and continuity from a graphic point of view. Use typefaces for different purposes, but do not lose the essence of the tone of your project. Whenever you create a typeface, make sure your fonts cover all your design needs. Think about the person that is going to read the content. Remember, text messages must be legible, readable, and expressive. Type can be expressive, creative, and riddled with subliminal meaning, but first and foremost, it must transmit the essential information.
Focus on viewers' attention on one important thing. Remember, you design to grab attention. Focus on what's important first. Choose colors wisely because they can have influence on people. Color is the first thing we see in a design. We don't need to add many elements to express an idea. The background photo is an example. It consists of simple and clean elements, a yellow page, basic shape, and a title. Negative space, also known as white space, can give rhythm to the narrative of your design. Space calls attention to specific content. The background photo is an example. It has white space to length up images with their belonging titles. Talking to oneself is the domain of the artist, and being universal is the domain of the designer. Your audience must know what you are trying to say with those shapes, lines, and colors.
Creates contrast and density and rhythm by pulling some material closer together and pushing other material farther apart. This photo is an example. The light line on the right creates a great balanced environment with the big image on the left. The image would feel incomplete because the heavier elements are positioned in the left page. Distribute tonal range accordingly to the spaces you want to highlight or hide in your design. Remember that light calls for attention. When designing, place visual material with confidence. Be sure of the layout, arrangement, distance, color, texture, and position. A thing is what it looks like. Make it look the way it's supposed to look. The eyes are funny things. They're often fooled by visual stimuli and optical illusion. Create the type of content that you need and do it the best way you can, using a photography, an illustration, and icon. The ideas are there, we just need to catch it. This can be a tricky role. To follow your job is to communicate to your audience, unless time travel is now available to the public. Exists today and only today, and the present. The people in the present have particular tastes and expectations about how they like their communications to look. People make a weird assumption about two-dimensional visual stuff, and that is flat and lifeless. Using the elements of design, dot, line, plane, and volume, color, size, shape, texture, the balance between all these elements can create a sense of dynamism in our project. It is equally important to observe the practice that haven't worked before so we can avoid them. The symmetric occurs in nature. Just look at our bodies. But that does not mean it's a good strategy for designing. Symmetrical visual arrangements may look static and offer little flexibility.